town wants to talk scripture.
Yeah, see that? See how sick he is?
Bible has been held as a mystery.
See that?
About Christ.
See that? It's just no way you can convince these people of reality. None. They're schizophrenic.
The statement is, what reward did Christ receive?
See, he wants to go to heaven and kill himself. See that?
So how's God going to talk to me in the latter days? And who's going to bring that book? So there'll be no excuses.
They were sending agents literally all over the world trying to scramble and find out anything they could, any former Davidian, anybody who knew anything about these people.
See, neurologists!
FBI profile.
They can tell you what's going on.
Report up the chain.
Idiots! Alright, this is Calpurnian Piso. Because of all the problems in the United States of America, is a mental disorder very similar to schizophrenia that nobody seems to see. And that is believe in God, believe in resurrecting zombies are saved with blood. This is Christianity. And it's many, many, many sects. This is psychosis. This is the problem. This is the reason people are so crazy. And they have pedophilia. They molest children's brain constantly. They have a terrible education. There is universities that still they have behind. They believe in resurrecting zombies, like Brigham Young University, you have Bob Jones University, you have Liberty University, you have all these different places that they keep that in mind. These beliefs, these are stupid beliefs that belong in the Middle Ages. And this is the problem. They give you bad engineering, bad science, bad biology, bad psychology, and this is the problem. And then you have this molesting the brain of children, and they are brought up in this Christianity-infected homes. It screwed up their brains, and in many cases, as you see here in this video that I'm presenting, these kids, many of them, they have weak brains, genetic, and they cannot survive the onslaught of bullshit of the Christian fairy tales. They are extremely dangerous, and they confuse people, and then they cannot get rid of it. And then when they grow up, they become, they become people like Sarah Palin, like Governor Perry, and like all these people that, despite the education, and they might have a PhD or whatever, but they still are, have this problem in their brains that makes them believe in resurrecting zombies, and in a way, theotarded, like people that know, some of the senators, and they don't accept climate change, and then you have this stupid governor that prays for in Texas, and how will these people believe? And then you have people in churches, these mega churches, keeping the mind, staying in the mind, and corrupting the mind of children. And that's the reason they have so much pedophilia, psychopathy, sadomasochism, wife beating, and all this. I mean, a tremendous insanity going in the United States. And then you have Michelle Bachmann, married to Marcus Bachmann, this guy that has a clinic to convert gays, convert to be straight, and the guy is an imbecile. It's a Christ-psychosis-infected imbecile, and these people don't pay taxes, and he's not even licensed, and the government doesn't go over there and shut him down. And this is the problem. This is the problem that's happening today in the United States of America, and the kids are totally molested. Their brains are molested. They have this baby preacher. This little kid running around there, doesn't know anything, and his mind is corrupted. These people should be put in jail. And you'll see some clips here of what I'm talking about. The psychosis of believing God because of all the problems in this country today. Child abuse. And this is no different. Children beauty pageants. They treat these kids like adults, and they screw them up sexually. They screw them up sexually. This is the problem. These people should also be in jail. These are children. They are not adults. They are not women running around looking for men. The reason they paint like this, the face, is to attract men sexually. And these people are corrupting. They are really molesting the mind of children. All of these parents should be in jail. It is disgusting. Totally disgusting. Molesting the mind of children. These people, the parents should be put in jail. Disgusting. And of course, what's responsible for this? Christian parents. Christianity. Making those children go to churches. Screwing up their brains with confusion and the disgusting fairy tales each Sunday. And the stupid, very immoral, perverted beliefs of Christianity. You just read the Bible and it's all there. It's pedophilia, sadomasochism, etc., etc., etc. And then the mother take the children. I have to go to church on Sunday for the pageants. And then they put makeup and all this stuff. On kids. That's corrupting the brains of these kids. Make them be like grown-up females ready to have sex with their children. And this is the problem. And then you have Warren Jeff. And then you have Koresh of the Adventist. That actually, was all of them molesting boys, young boys, and 12-year-old, 13-year-old women. This is Christianity for you. Here.
He confessed to doing some very terrible things, including molesting his daughter and sister and others. And I think his own words.
You still a Mormon.
Talking about diaries submitted as evidence that he says were left by Warren Jeffs after his arrest in Las Vegas 5 years ago.
That's a psychotic
He's
man.
Talking about these pictures showing Jeffs embracing and kissing young girls no more than 12 or 13 years old. Just
different people have come and told me about.
He's a psychotic. This guy is a Mormon.
If they were
psychotic, he believes in resurrecting zombies and prophets and all that.
Who did not want her face shown told us it is true. 3 of her nieces were among those sent away to be married to older men in the U.S.
Of course, they do that. That's a religion. That's Mormonism. Christ psychosis for you.
13-year-olds would be paid older man, and that he'd consummate their marriage vows.
Of course.
How angers me. I mean,
Well, get out of the Christ psychosis sect. They don't realize that this is disgusting. And then they worry about Prophet Warren Jeff. That's the reason there's a lot of molestation and sexual abuse. Christianity created pedophilia. This is one of the reasons. Disgusting. Treating children like adults. The parents of this poor baby ought to be put in prison. They're molesting the brain, imprinting period. This child is going to be a problem when he grows up. He's going to have severe mental problems due to the Christ psychosis molesting the brain of this child. He may grow up to be like this Christ psychotic.
Message, and as 30,000 people packed into the stadium to watch the governor offer up a spiritual message, he mixed his script with scripture.
Christ psychotic.
These difficult times, pray for our president.
Look at this moron.
That you would impart your wisdom
Look at this moron.
on him, that you would guard his family.
Like a schizophrenic in a hospital.
We pray for our
talking to his imaginary friend. Very sad and sick.
Families who love Father especially.
Look at this idiot.
Those special.
He could be talking to Winnie the Pooh. He'll be the same, exactly the same thing. The man is a schizophrenic. He has problem with his brain.
And defending.
But protesters gathered outside the stadium say this event tears down the wall separating church and state.
Exactly. No, it's psychosis. Separating sanity from insanity. That's what they should do. The man is sick. Christ psychosis.
About gay rights.
A neurological disorder, just like a schizotypy.
Told us they were here.
Look at these idiots here.
I don't judge them. I don't judge them.
Christ psychotic woman.
Presidency of the
Look how
United
stupid
States.
this woman is.
I am not anyone's judge, and I'm not standing.
She doesn't answer questions.
I mean, do you think anyone made a judgment about gays and lesbians?
That's all I can tell you is that I'm not judging.
So your words should stand for themselves.
I'm running for the presidency.
See how stupid this woman is?
So she's not judging anyone, which, as you'll see in a moment, simply not true. But mainly,
this woman, in reality, is worshipping the Lord Jesus Christ, as they did in Egypt 5,000 years ago. Grows older, and look at that. Look at this. This guy believes in resurrecting zombies, and he's sick. He's no different than a schizophrenic. And he's molesting this young boy with that garbage. This is disgusting. Disgusting. These people are not placed in the mental institution they out of the end. It's affecting the brain of this kid. He doesn't even know what he's saying. See, the problem that these people don't understand that in Christianity, you believe in demons, you believe in resurrecting zombies, you believe in saints, you believe in saving with blood, you believe in Adam and Eve, and you believe in the rest of nonsense. And guess who accept this bizarre mathematical belief as true? People that suffer from neurological disorders as schizophrenia, or young children that accept imaginary friends as reality and they talk to them. This is part of growing up, but if they continue believing in the imaginary friends, if they're children, they consider they have a problem with the brains. But what about when they become adults, they start believing in angels and Jesus Christ when they're even children and growing up, and that's deemed normal. It's not so. It's a psychosis. They're all created in the brains, as you can see here in this clip.
Have to stay here.
I'm not crazy.
If it was up to you, would you like to leave the hospital tomorrow?
I'd like to leave the hospital tomorrow because I've got things I gotta do.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, or the therapist will speak at the hearing and read from the record and say why they think you need to be here.
Few. The friends they see are very real hallucinations that never...
Oh, come on, Oprah. Don't you believe in zombie Jesus? In resurrecting zombies?
Yeah.
Come on.
Where does he live?
You should learn about neurology.
Yeah. Where is Callow?
She's the worst one.
Believing God is a mental illness. All religions believe in imaginary friends.
Sometimes maybe you're different.
Just like schizophrenics do. You should keep that in mind.
Here's how schizophrenic on a paranoid schizophrenia. Paranoid schizophrenia is, and when you get mad and angry, I usually get mad and no break stuff when we at each other.
This is ChristPsychotics, corrupting the mind of children, and they're not placed in jail.
I believe there's something that you remind of it. Yeah. We understand each other.
The reason this playdate is so extraordinary is because they both get each other. They both can talk about their imaginary world and their hallucinations and feel good with that.
They believe in God, don't they? How do you call these people that believe in imaginary friends? Deluded. We're created with the brain. Idiots. They don't see it. Some people susceptible to the psychosis of GodBelief go to Jerusalem, and then the whole psychosis blew up. And it's called the Jerusalem syndrome. These people believe that all these things are real. Now in Mecca, look at this. The Muslims go to the Hajj, and they believe in flying prophets and the angel Gabriel and all these people. And the Catholic Church, the same thing, imaginary friends. Why these people are not called schizotypy or suffer from a neurological disorder when they actually believe in imaginary friends? They suffer from ChristPsychosis and religious psychosis, and this is what people don't understand. And Dominus Vobiscum, let's have some beer. That makes more sense. But Christianity created pedophilia. And see, the problem people don't see is that church and government and state were one since 2,000 years ago. I mean, all this, it was combined, and after the Roman Empire collapsed and disintegrated thanks to Constantine and the establishment of the Catholic Church, then intellectual stagnation began, and then the church modified with the Council of the Church, start controlling all the different fragments of the Roman Empire, disintegration of the Roman Empire, and all in the name of Christus. And so the education was all religious, everything religious, reading only one book. So that's the reason they became so anti-science, and they stagnated the intellect. And they dismiss and they start killing people that don't agree with them, free thinkers, forget it. These people are extremely, extremely ignorant and stagnated in their mind. And this, of course, happens in the United States. After all these times, that's the reason the churches are powerful, and they don't pay taxes. And they are allowed to infect the mind of children, molesting them, molesting their minds, and the pedophilia, and whipping them. Silly. They abuse children. But as long as you abuse them and the churches abuse them, the government ignores them. It cannot do anything. They turn the other way. So this is you will never see, as far as I know. I mean, you have to show me an example of anybody that's mentally healthy and atheist, molesting children or putting their daughters to act like adult women, as a bait for pedophiles, which the majority of the pedophiles that you see are religious people. And it's disgusting. And this is because, this is also sadomasochism, because if you're a Christian, you have to believe that this guy died and then resurrected, and with his blood, the blood is sacred, his body is sacred, his flesh is sacred, and you're saved with it by eating it, you're worshiping torture and psychopathy. And this is the problem in this country, and people don't see this. And it becomes a dangerous thing, because if you believe in imaginary friends, like all the schizotypal and schizophrenia, you believe in things that are not there, you have a problem with the brain. And all religions believe in imaginary friends to be reality. And that's a psychosis, because the brain is secret. I mean, you can have somebody and bump it on the head, or give him some drugs, and you immediately start seeing God. Some of that. That tells you that the brain creates all these fantasies, and especially if it's sick, then you'll have, you're susceptible to the religious psychosis, and you cannot get rid of it. Even you cannot grow out of it if you become an adult, and this is the problem. Here is an example of child abuse, thanks to the Bible. The schizophrenia, psychopathy, and sadomasochistic beliefs of Christianity.
Form of discipline practiced by their parents, Kevin and Elizabeth Schatz. The one face not covered is their 7-year-old adopted daughter, Lydia. She was killed by her parents.
See that?
Small town of Paradise, California, where these children lived with their parents in a fundamentalist Christian home.
See that?
For the 9 children, life in paradise was anything but.
See that? ChristPsychotics.
Cover up 8 of their faces because they are the survivors. From their Tennessee farm.
Well, I'm a preacher, minister of the gospel.
See that?
Their book and others they've written stacked in a warehouse on their farm. All of them guided, they say, by the teachings in the Bible. An magic wand. God would not have commanded parents to use the rod if it were not good for the child.
See that?
In different foster homes, they're not together anymore, but we're assured by the prosecutors.
These people distribute this book based on the Bible.
It's hard.
Yeah, they all should be sued.
Part 2, Gary's report tomorrow.
Anybody that sells Bible, things like that, they should be sued. And ChristPsychosis does not only induces child abuse and sadism. You can see the bullfights. They all came from Christianity. Torturing animals, killing chickens, and killing... This all comes from Christianity. You study history, you'll realize that this is a fact. Sadism, this blood thing, it's all Christian. It's religious, but basically Christianity in the United States. ChristPsychosis. But this is the problem. And also, when when universities are influenced with this Christian bullshit, they ignore a lot of things in science, especially in engineering. You see these people that were killed when the cancer because the whole thing collapsed? Well, it is due to Christ's psychosis, Christianity. The inspectors were Christians. They didn't realize that this thing was, you know, it was not designed properly. I mean, a little kid, a European kid or an Asian kid studying in high school will know to build a structure with triangles, the strongest shape. Here is an example. Here's what I'm talking about. So it's all, if you look behind everything, there's always this believe in resurrecting zombies Christian crap that the children have been molested with when they were young by Christianity, by infecting with religious beliefs. And this is the problem because it actually surfaced much later. And you become a bad engineer, bad doctor, bad scientist, bad biologist, and bad everything because you have your mind is, you had this resurrecting zombies fantasies right in the back of you. This is the problem, but here.
12,000 cheering fans are waiting for the band Sugarland to start their concert.
It's a fault of engineering. These people don't know how to build these things.
Blew and the whole stand just...
Yeah, the wind blew,
just like,
but look at this.
Just like you would
this
see
piece was terrible. It was very poorly designed. Look at this. Look at this. There is no triangles to actually... oh, man, idiots. They don't know how to build stuff.
Right on top of...
This ChristPsychotics faulty education in this country. When you have any construction like that, beams, you actually put supports here. That's what the stress is. And I'm not even an engineer, but I took all these courses. When you have a piece like that, you have to put triangles here so that way the wind doesn't blow the thing up. So it's a fault of the engineer. These people should be sued. And where they learn this at, you know, ChristPsychotics infect a school. That's the reason here in the United States, this country is so ignorant and so retarded because there are so many schools that are Christian schools and they're completely anti-science. This is the problem. When you have a shape, anybody in engineering will teach you. You have a piece like this, it's going to sway up and down. You have to put triangular shapes in here to actually protect it from swerving. And these idiots didn't know how to do that. In the stages, you put things like that. You put triangles. Triangles is a stronger shape. Idiots. They should be sued. So keep in mind that we create all those, the mind and all these beliefs with our brain. So we have to keep our brain healthy. Religious beliefs, all of them, when you deeply believe in them and you're intelligent and you're educated, you do have a problem. You have a malfunction. Not much different than schizotypy. And this can be proven in a lab. Anybody is studying neurology, so anybody that tries to concentrate on me, the message, or in my videos, I will block them. I don't put up with crap from people in my videos. You either discuss what I'm saying in my videos and the clips intelligently, that you know what you're talking about, or I will block you. Because I don't put up with theotarded, ignorant people that have no idea that they create the thoughts with the brain and that know the ass. So keep that in mind. I will block anybody that will actually don't deal with the subject matter of my video and decide to concentrate the way I deliver the message, or my English is not as good, or I'm not fluent, whatever you want to call it. But if you concentrate on the message, which is me, I will block you. So keep that in mind. So discuss intelligently my video. If you want to put some intelligent observation. If I am wrong, I'm the first one to admit it, and I will thank you for it because then it will give me into the right path. You know, you learn by your own mistakes. Very important. Remember, the more one knows, the more difficult it is for others to lie. That's the beauty of life and our having a good brain. Pace Dioro.